bilingual education project were exposed to officials of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and stakeholders, mainly from madrasas and Amana, in a recently concluded 3-day tutorial. The interface took off shortly after the official launch of the project designed to provide support to madrasas in the Gambia based on the revised education sector strategy 26 to 2015, which focuses on improving access, quality and relevance of madrasas education in the Gambia through the promotion and strengthening of bilingual education.
So we will make sure that this project succeeds like any of our projects that we've had before. Rest assured, Brother Khalil and your team, that we will do our best to make sure that this project succeeds.
The project is expected to erect 300 classrooms across the country, with priority given to the regions where disparities are more acute.
I guess we all had a dream for the madrasas, and our 3 days here is the beginning of the realization of that dream. And I was very happy and elated when Brother Khalil, in his presentation, urged us to be expeditious, to borrow his terminology.
I believe that we have really reached the objective of the workshop, which was a nice platform for all the stakeholders of the target education sector.
The project benefit includes enhanced access, quality and relevance of madrasa education, equipped graduates with language skills relevant to the labor market, as well as improved employment opportunities of graduates, thereby reducing unemployment and poverty, reduce gender disparities, and providing access to education to over 13,000 students annually.
It is a great intervention that years ago we were not expecting. But fortunately, and the help of the Almighty Allah, we have arrived to this successful support, which we believe is going to take far ahead to what we are attaining, to what we think that it will help and improve the madrasa status in the very near future.
We consider this project as a realization of our dreams. So in terms of access, this project will extend the madrasa to the communities that are not having the madrasa institutions. And also the most important part of it is the quality and relevance of education. Teachers will be trained through this project, and also teaching and learning materials, including IT program in madrasa. So it's going to be a great achievement, and the other part of it is also building the management capacity of madrasa. So all these are things that we were dreaming for, and we hope after implementing this project, there are going to be a big competition between the madrasa and the conventional school.
The bilingual education project, which allows the simultaneous teaching and learning of 2 languages, is regarded as a dream come true both by the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and the madrasas. Its implementation is now the challenge, but the Education Ministry, as the implementing agency, already sounded optimistic that its part of the assignment will be executed to the letter and with satisfaction. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The National Nutrition Agency Thursday held a 3-day capacity building workshop for public health practitioners from the 7 administrative regions on the resource-based project financing, which is set to be piloted in the northern part of the country. The training, as we hear in this report by Babakar Senghor, is premised to motivate as many stakeholders as possible in order to promote health and education and serve public interest.
Training exercise is meant to equip participants who are drawn from various regional public health facilities to sensitize them on the World Bank-sponsored resource-based financing project, which is set to be piloted in the Gambia. This scheme, which seeks to provide quality services output and the inclusion of both stakeholders and vulnerable persons in the promotion of health, is intended to improve health and education status at the same time making health and education accessible and affordable.
RBF is kind of a tool or strategy that is used to finance health. In this case, it's all a matter of trying to come out to strengthen certain indicators or strengthen the health and nutrition services in the Gambia, knowing that there are some indicators that are not doing well, especially the indicators that are related to MDG 1C, MDG 3 and 4, which are all dealing with maternal and child health and nutrition. You know that we are almost 1 year or 2 years to the end of or towards the end point of the Millennium Development Goals, and we felt that we still have room as far as improvement is concerned. So we come up with the strategy of resource-based financing, whereby we will look at certain indicators that are not doing well and try to purchase those indicators from the health facilities, the workers, and also extend it to the communities.
With the $8 million grant pledged by the World Bank, the National Nutrition Agency has already trained village support groups in various communities who will be contracted by the agency to give relevant maternal information to health centers so that maternal cases are traced and dealt with at an early stage.
From the central level, that is going to be the management, and this management is going to be a co-management by the National Nutrition Agency and the Ministry of Health. But where the implementation is taking place is right at the regions, right in the communities. And this is where we will sign a contract with the health centers. The health centers too may sign a contract with the villages or the communities to ensure that they are they agreed on certain indicators and certain targets.
The resource-based financing project has already been implemented in 55 countries, including Rwanda and Zimbabwe. This the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare hope to replicate in the Gambia due to its successes. A team was dispatched to these countries to assess the benefits of the project.
I was one of the lucky one who was opportune to go for a study tour to Rwanda and Zimbabwe to see how RBF is implemented. And what I've learned there it prevails me the opportunity to implement it in our country. This workshop would be another learning opportunity, and also to learn from our partners who are our facilitators best practices around the world.
Targeting women at childbearing age, this initiative is set to complement government's effort at reducing maternal morbidity and mortality in agreement with the ministry's main aim, which is to improve nutritional status, thus reducing malnutrition and morbidity.
We need commitment and support, and I want to assure you that we'll give all the necessary support, and with the knowledge gained here will help to expedite all the requirements to make this success story in the Gambia.
With participants drawn from all the major public health centers across the country, it is expected that the knowledge gained from this convergence will filter well to those communities. For Grts News, this is Babu Karsel.
The Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of the Gambia held an emergency meeting on Friday, 21st June 2013, under the chairmanship of the Governor, Mr. Amadou Koli, to discuss current macroeconomic developments and reassess short-term option policy in the face of increased volatility in the exchange rate and rising inflationary pressures. The committee discussed developments in the real sector and noted that growth prospects remain positive, premised on continued implementation of prudent policies. Real GDP growth is projected at about 8 to 9% in 2013, driven mainly by continued rebound in agriculture and strong performance in tourism. The committee also noted that following the moderate recovery in 2012 from the 2011 drought, the first 6 months of 2013 witnessed increased pressures on the exchange rate, mainly because of temporary and seasonal factors. Volume of transactions in the domestic foreign exchange market increased to $1.6 billion, or 8.4%. The main risk to the outlook for growth are global food and fuel price stocks, as well as spillover effects of expansionary fiscal policy. The committee also noted that interest rates have generally trended upwards since December 2012, albeit at varying speeds. The yield